Hey everyone, this is a cruise room review on Adventure of the Seas, room 7367, which is an interior room. So let's get to it. So as I said, 7367 is an interior room. So there's not going to be a lot to show here. These rooms, they're a little bit bigger than you'll see on some of the much older ships, but again, these are going to be your basic size room. Not a lot to them, but let's see what we have. So, we've got an open space here, so enough room to move around in. You do have a couch here, so good couch that you can relax on. Don't always have to use your bed. It is not a pull-out couch, so this particular room, you don't have a pull-out couch. You don't have any Pullman beds that swing down from the side. So this is a room that'll be limited to 2 people only, and that's fine for 2 people. This would work really great, especially if you're looking to cruise economically. And any way you can cruise is a great way to go. So you have your sofa here, and then you have your standard bed that comes in a Royal Caribbean room. Again, this is 2 twin size beds that are pushed together to form a king. And you can see you have a little bit of storage on each side, 2 of the typical side tables you would see next to any Royal Caribbean bed. And then, if you want 2 separate beds, if you have kids staying in the room or 2 people just cruising together, they can split these across into 2 separate beds, and they would put those 2 tables into the middle. So unfortunately you can see me through the giant mirror there, which is not great to see, but we do what we can. So again, we have some nice artwork on the walls, typical Royal Caribbean phone in the corner there. And the one thing I do notice about these rooms compared to the junior suite that we are in, once you get to the junior suite level, you do get a higher grade mattress. The mattress in the standard rooms is, not super thick, and it's pretty spongy, springy. I myself like a firmer mattress, but I find the one in the junior suites to be much more comfortable than what they provide here. But it still does the job pretty well. Again, as we move around, we get to the vanity, standard size vanity. You do have the standard size 32-inch television, while, in today's world is not the biggest television on earth. As I always say, we don't go on a cruise to watch television. And again, Royal Caribbean's channel selection, you get, Caribbean versions of ESPN1, ESPN2. You'll get, I think MSNBC, Fox News, a pretty wide spread of news channels there, and other, some other channels. But then there's a ton of just Royal Caribbean channels. There's some kids channels, but there's not a lot. So I would say don't come on here if you want to sit around and watch television unless you bring your own video device. But again, we're cruising. We're not here to watch TV. So we do have some storage. It's, again, you're in a more basic room, so you're not going to have a ton of storage options, but there is some. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a closet up here to store things. So good place to put your suntan lotion and other things that you're storing for use on the cruise, but you don't need all the time. You have here your safe, similar to what we saw in a junior suite on Adventure of the Seas. It's a pretty small safe. You can see right there, there's the size of my hand up against the safe. You're not putting maybe a tablet without a case if you're able to angle it just right, but definitely not a laptop or anything along those lines. But again, good for your wallet, your keys, your passports, those things that you don't need while you're on the ship and want to store your jewelry and those types of valuables. Down here, We have a refrigerator. So open up the cabinet, and we have our small refrigerator, pretty much a standard one you have in almost any room on any ship. And this one's empty because this room is not being used. Then we have your cabinets and your drawers. Again, not a ton of them, so you have to learn to use these wisely. Here's the size of one. Again, my hand for reference. But you're probably going to do most of your storing of things in the closet. You do have the mirror, the vanity. We'll open that up. You do have some, again, additional storage for your items. You have two of these behind each side of the mirror. Your air conditioning control, which again is going to be very standard, except for when you get into the upper level rooms on some of the Quantum class ships where you'll start to see digital controls of those. And here's the entryway we came through. You got another floor to ceiling mirror here, great for getting ready. So another thing I should say around the rooms, and this is true whether you're on a junior suite or many other types of rooms on these ships from the late 90s, not a lot of electrical ports. Here's your two US ports and your switch for the light for the vanity. And then you have one European port over here. Again, you can also bring a European to US plug converter and use that for some of your devices. So not a lot of electrical power in these rooms. Let's take a quick look at the closet. Open both doors up, get as much of a view as possible. So not a very, very big closet. You have some additional rungs that you can pull down and use for a lower level of storage. But you have a number of hangers and you know, the typical hanger bar that you can use and hang all your dresses, shirts, tuxes, pants, other things that you bring along. And then you do have a series of shelves that you can use to store. So this really provides probably what I would say the main place where you know, two people would want to store the majority of their clothing that doesn't need to be hung up. These are a lot more bigger, a lot more open, and have a lot more depth to them than the drawers that are in the cabinets. So those are going to be where you're going to store most items when you're on, especially a more lengthy cruise. So an ample amount of storage for what you need, but certainly not the biggest type of closet that you'll have on a ship for sure. So next we will go to the bathroom. Well, we're not going to go to the bathroom, but we're going to show you what a bathroom looks like on an interior room. So here we are. This is going to be the basic bathroom that you see in most interior rooms and most balcony or exterior view rooms. So you will have your single sink. This one, you know, has some shelving to either side or some, you know, place where you can put things. You have your mirror, goes from side to side, and you actually have some pretty decent storage in this one. So there you go. And you have two of these corners where you can store your items. Places for all your towels, the standard ship toilet that we all know so well, and then the shower. So what do you have on one of these ships is you have the stand-up shower in this type of room. So in a junior suite or above, you get more of a full-size tub. In these rooms, the standard rooms, you get a stand-up shower. One thing I do love, once they started making this generation of ship, was that they started using full plastic I guess those are plastic, doors to the shower. So you can see the shower, it's pretty much circular in shape. And plenty of room for an actual shower. It's pretty decent, especially once you get in there and close the doors. But let's get back to those doors. Again, really great once they started making these shapes that they have the plastic doors. What they had in the previous ships, talking about, the Vision class and older. Well, we don't have anything older than the Vision class in the fleet anymore, since they got rid of Majesty of the Seas. But instead of these doors, you had a shower like this, but with a curtain draping across. And what would happen is that steam got worked up, and the sheet would, the shower curtain would move around and literally just stick to you while you were taking a shower. And it was, not the greatest experience on Earth. So these doors are very welcome for those of us who have used those types of showers before. Great thing to see. And this is what you'll see on Voyager class ship, and then pretty much any new ship since then in a standard room. May not be this exact design, but something along these lines. So you don't get that shower curtain just sticking to you while you're trying to take a shower. Not a lot of fun. So we'll close that up. Circle back around, give you a last view of the interior room. And we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this quick tour. If you have any questions or have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Really like to read them and address them where we can. Other than that, please, if you found this useful and want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel. Also hit the like button for this video. And we'll get out as much content as we can to you.